Trent Alexander-Arnold is leaving Liverpool and he's joining Madrid as a free agent. Real Madrid have secured the services of the player. Fabrizio Romano, TalkSport and many other outlets are confirming this. We need to talk about, do Liverpool fans have the right to be upset? Is Trent doing the right thing? And more importantly, how much is he getting paid? And what are the wages? Liverpool fans are going to be fuming at the wages because they're fully affordable, but I think you're missing the catch, and I'll tell you what it is. Reece James yesterday thought he was David Beckham with that free kick because an absolute screamer from Reece James. In my opinion, the best right back in the country, arguably the best right back in the world. Don't sue me. But Reece James played an inverted role. People told me Enzo Maresca's crazy because Reece can't play at midfield. Well, Thomas Tuchel must be crazy too. We're going to talk about that in broad detail. However, before we get started, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button. 1,000 likes tells the YouTube algorithm, it tells them, listen, broski, this is very good content. You need to show more people. And secondly, if you're here, you're enjoying the way I deliver my news, the way that I'm objective, and I tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, subscribe. We're super close to 40,000. Let's get it cracking. Welcome to the Kavkas View, Bratuki. Without further ado, let's get started with the Trent Alexander-Arnold news. So, Trent has decided to go to Real Madrid. My man is saying a la Madrid in the most Scouse voice, and I can't wait to hear him learn to speak Spanish because I think that's going to be amazing. However, the reality is the deal was done. We all knew it was going to get done. No matter how much Liverpool fans were saying, you know what, there's hope. I think in their hearts of hearts, they knew it was time for the man to move on. What's the deal? It's a 5-year deal worth 220k a week. However, one thing's not being reported and I haven't seen it anywhere, signing on bonus. People always say, oh, it's a free transfer. Listen, his agent's getting paid, he's getting paid a sign-on fee, and there'll be some intermediaries that are getting paid. This is not a free transfer. This is one of those where if you include all the money, the package will be in and around close enough to what they would have had to pay for it. So he's getting a beautiful paycheck out of this. However, he's also moving on. There are some things that we need to talk about because I've got a lot of Liverpool friends, right? Liverpool fans in my group chat, and they said he's bang out of order for leaving. Some of them fully understand it. My aspect is very simple. He has given you the best years of his career. This reminds me of when Eden Hazard left Chelsea. He gave his very best years of his career to us, and he went to Madrid. You need to say, thank you for everything you've done for us. You came through as an academy graduate. Not only did you come through as an academy graduate, you were the link between the graduate scheme and the first team, showing other players that it's possible. You were not only good enough, you were one of the best in your positions for them, to the point where Liverpool didn't need to go and get another right back. He's consistently played, he hasn't been injury prone, he has been an amazing servant for the club. And fans need to remember that rather than the emotion of he's leaving on a free. First of all, you all love your club. All of us love our club, but it ain't our money. What's our is the players that are on the pitch that represent the badge on a weekly basis. I couldn't care less how much Chelsea sell players for, I'll be honest. As long as we've got the best quality, as long as I'm proud of the team that's on the pitch, that's the most important thing. From Trent's aspect, what else has he got to prove at Liverpool? He's won Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, he's about to win his second Premier League, he's won a Europa League if I'm not mistaken. This guy has done it all at that club. And now he gets to go to Madrid. Number one, Madrid is a beautiful city. Number two, the weather is absolutely unreal. I live in England. I hate the weather in England. If I could swap the weather in England, I would do anything for it. And finally, he gets to go be with one of his best friends in Jude Bellingham and play for the biggest club in the world. You know what really irritates me? And last time I said this, people told me, you have no standards. When Real Madrid knock, it's a different knock. They are different. They're built different. When they knock, you say, he's going, isn't he? Straight away, you accept it. Why? Because they're Real Madrid. History tells us this happens. This is a proven fact. They came to Manchester United, they robbed them of Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you understand what they did there? What do you think is going to happen when they knock for Chelsea and Eden Hazard goes running? What do you think happens when they knock for Chelsea and Thibaut Courtois goes running? What do you think happens when they go to Liverpool? Are you shocked that he went running? Listen, Barcelona have the same knock. Coutinho, Suarez. When they knock, it's a different knock. And sadly, it's something we as British fans have to accept, that our clubs don't have that kind of vim. They don't have that kind of ability to retain these talents. Trent's going to the biggest club in the world, and he's going to play for the biggest club in the world. And for me, if I was Trent, that's what would be exciting me the most. He's conquered the Premier League. He's arguably, for some people, the greatest ever right back to play in the Premier League. Some people tell me Kyle Walker, I say you're having a laugh. Trent is easily top 5. Anybody that doesn't put Trent in top 5 best right backs, you're bluffing. Real Madrid get a solution at their right back position. I don't know whether they know something. He can't defend, but going forward, he is going to be amazing. Genuinely, I won't be shocked if he somehow ends up in midfield there. It is what it is though. That was the Trent story. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. Let's keep it stepping with the next story. There's always a silver lining. There's always a backup plan. And on the Kavkas View, I always put twisting plot into Chelsea. With Trent going to Real Madrid, a certain Reece James ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Look, Reece James and Real Madrid in my head has always been a fear. I've always been petrified. I've always been scared that they're going to come with that knock, and it don't matter who the player is, they're going to go running. But in this case, Reece James has been injury prone and Madrid aren't going to pay no money for him. So the reality is this player at this moment in time will be now at Chelsea for the foreseeable future. Hopefully we'll re-sign him to a new contract soon. But what has happened? Reece James played for England for the first time in a while and he scored a peach of a free kick. This free kick was delicioso. Delicious. Absolutely kusniatina. Delicious free kick, right? It was like a peach. It was hit wonderfully. What I liked is the overall performance. First half, little bit wide, little bit tucked in, played a nice natural fullback role. When needed, supported the midfield. We had 2 wide wingers in Bowen and Rashford. Skelly came in nicely into the midfield. Reece was picking and choosing when he was coming into the midfield, but playing right centre back when needed. Overall, Reece's performance was great. Second half, more of a midfield role in the last 20, but all in all, played 90 minutes, fresh, very good, very committed, top player. Why do I say this? Number one, I think we've forgotten how good Reece James is in general. I think he's world class. I think he's Chelsea's only guaranteed world class player at the moment. I think Enzo, Caicedo and Palmer are building a case for it. Cucurella, because of how weak that left back position is, he's top 5 in the world. Whether you say that makes him world class, that's your opinion. Reece James, bona fide world class, no debate. Starts for every team in the world. If he's fit, any team in the world takes him. The only thing that stops Reece James is his hamstrings. It's nobody else. He is that tremendous. Right centre back, midfield, right back, wing back. The man will play in goal if he has to. That's how good he is. What I want to talk about is Enzo Maresca used him in midfield. And Enzo Maresca will use him at right centre back and we'll use him at right back. And what I have to listen to consistently, yappa, 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 he ain't good enough. He doesn't do this well enough. He's not. Maresca's ruining him. Tuchel didn't ruin him yesterday. Tuchel played him in that midfield role yesterday because he might not have started there, but during the game he was tucking in. Tuchel was doing the same thing with Miles Lewis-Skelly. And for me, what makes me laugh is people just have selective memory, or they've already have their mind made up on who Enzo Maresca is and that they just don't like him. It's very reminiscent of what happened under Sarri. People made up their minds. They don't like Sarri ball. It's boring and he needs to go. And now they've made up their minds now. Enzo Maresca is boring. We don't like him. He needs to go. Well, guess what? At this moment in time, the Chelsea board don't care. And I don't blame them because we're in the top 4. We're in a good position of what's it called in the Club World Cup in terms of we're in the tournament and we're in a good position for the Conference League. Hopefully we win the Conference League. Hopefully we go nice and deep in the Club World Cup and hopefully we make the Champions League football. Next year we reassess and we rebuild and we go again. We have got a tremendous player in Reece James. With Trent now at Madrid, this is an outstanding opportunity for Reece James to make this England spot his. Because when he's fit, he will play. Trent's defensive fragilities will not be tolerated by Thomas Tuchel. And more so, and I think this is the biggest one of all, Kyle Walker can't defend anymore. And he can't attack in general. I never thought he could. I thought he was a quick runner. He used to put those shot crosses across the box and people say, oh, look at his crossing. It's nothing to do with his crossing. He's just a very, very physically imposing right back. Reece James is the finished product. Reece James is the truth. Reece James is the future England right back going forward. The only thing that can stop him is injuries. It is what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to know the latest news on Howson and potentially going to Chelsea or Real Madrid, videos over here. It also gives you an indication of what's going on with Jadon Sancho and what is that release clause, because we know what it is to get him back. Check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Peace out. I'm out.